When two legends meet on the same land, it doesn't matter who drills faster, it matters who stands last. Landman Season 2 throws two giants into the fire. Sam Elliott, the voice of old-school Texas grit, and Billy Bob Thornton, the sharp mind of modern power. In a land built on oil, secrets, and control, only one of them will rise. And it won't be clean. Landman isn't just a show, it's a battlefield. Season 1 gave us a taste of the oil wars deep in the Texas heartland, but Season 2? It brings a storm. And at the center of that storm stand two icons of American drama, Sam Elliott and Billy Bob Thornton, facing off in what looks like the most intense season yet. Let's rewind. In Season 1, Billy Bob Thornton played the ruthless oil tycoon, who knew how to twist a handshake into a chokehold. He wasn't afraid to lie, cheat, or manipulate if it meant getting what he wanted. Land, oil, control, he wanted it all. And most of the time he got it. His character wasn't just rich, he was strategic. Every move he made had layers. People feared him. People respected him. And most of all, people couldn't stop him. But Season 2 changes the game. It introduces a new player. A man who doesn't flinch under pressure. A man with dust in his blood and fire in his eyes, Sam Elliott. His character enters as a former oil man who once walked away from the field, disgusted by how dirty the industry had become. But now he's back, not for money, not for power, but for justice. Sam Elliott's arrival feels like the return of something long lost honor. He's not here to play by corporate rules or cut secret deals in boardrooms. He's here to protect the land, the people, and a way of life he once believed in. The show makes it clear this isn't just a personal fight. It's a battle between two ways of life, old and new, honest and corrupt, grounded and greedy. Their first face-to-face moment is teased in the trailer, and it sends a chill through the screen. Thornton's slick, confident smile meets Elliott's calm, steel-eyed stare. No words are needed, you can feel it. This won't end in peace. What makes this clash so exciting isn't just the actors, it's what they stand for. Thornton represents the growing power of modern industry, smart, cruel, and always two steps ahead. Elliott brings the weight of history, wisdom, and a moral code too stubborn to break. And between them lies a land rich in oil and soaked in blood, betrayal, and broken promises. Season 2 promises more than just drama, it promises war. Not with armies, but with contracts, corruption, and old wounds. It's a western without horses. A war zone with oil rigs instead of tanks. And the battlefield? The heart of Texas. And this is just the beginning. They don't carry guns, they carry legacies. And in Landman Season 2, those legacies are about to clash like thunder over dry plains. This isn't a hero versus villain tale. It's deeper. It's two men who believe they're right facing off in a game where the prize is everything beneath their boots. And the people caught in the middle? They'll either rise or burn. Sam Elliott doesn't need loud speeches to own a scene. His silence speaks louder than any threat. In Landman, he plays Cal Harlan, an old driller turned rancher who once walked away from the industry because he saw what it did to good men. But the land is in trouble now. Thornton's character is back, building pipelines through sacred ground and pressuring small landowners to sell or suffer. Cal can't stand by anymore. The line has been crossed, and he's the one who's going to draw a new one in the dirt. Billy Bob Thornton returns as Tommy Norris, the oil magnate who turned backroom deals into empire-building moves. He's smooth, clever, and dangerous. Season 1 showed his ability to manipulate both politicians and roughnecks with the same calm charm. But now he faces someone who can't be bought, can't be bullied, and won't back down. Cal isn't just another obstacle, he's the storm Tommy never planned for. Their methods couldn't be more different. Tommy uses influence. He's got mayors in his pocket, lobbyists on speed dial, and news reporters eating out of his hand. He wears suits that cost more than a roughneck's yearly pay. He knows how to make the system work for him and how to break anyone who doesn't play along. Cal. He's boots, flannel, and raw truth. He doesn't make speeches, but when he talks, everyone listens. He's respected by the very people Tommy wants to control: the workers, the farmers, The old-timers who still remember when a man's word meant something. Cal doesn't fight with politics. He fights with presence, with stubbornness, with the kind of backbone that doesn't bend. Even when the wind screams, the brilliance of Landman Season 2 is how it turns these two giants into reflections of deeper truths. Tommy is the future, fast, digital, ruthless. Cal is the past, solid, grounded, unwilling to change. But the show asks, does the future always win? Or is there something about honor, tradition, and principle that can still shake the world? As the season unfolds, their conflict becomes more personal. Tommy doesn't just want the land, he wants to destroy everything Cal represents. He digs into his past, targets his allies, and tries to poison public opinion against him. But Cal isn't alone. Old friends return, hidden loyalties surface. And every time Tommy pushes, Cal pushes back harder, one unforgettable moment teased. In the trailer shows Cal walking straight into a board meeting Tommy controls. Cameras, lawyers, tension. Tommy smiles, expecting weakness. But Cal lays down an old map, one that proves the land Tommy claims isn't his to take. Silence follows. And in that silence, you feel it. The war just turned. It's not just oil. It's not just business. It's legacy versus ambition. Truth versus tactics. And neither man will stop until the other is broken or buried. Asterisk. The fight between Cal Harlan and Tommy Norris might be the headline, but what's boiling underneath is where Landman Season 2 truly catches fire. Behind every handshake, every glare, every whispered deal, like characters trying to survive a war they never signed up for. And as the land becomes a battleground, the people become weapons. Let's start with Levi Gaines, once Tommy's right hand, now caught between loyalty and guilt. In Season 1, Levi helped expand Norris Oil by bending rules and breaking trust. But this season, his conscience starts to crack. The deeper he digs into Tommy's newest land grab, the more he realizes it's not just oil being stolen, it's heritage, homes, and futures. Levi's torn. Turn against the man who made him rich? Or protect the only community that ever gave him a real name? His choice could bring the whole empire down. And then there's Betsy, Cal's niece, a tough martiologist who knows how to read rocks and people. She left Texas years ago, swearing she'd never return. But now she's back, and not just to support Cal. She's working on a secret environmental report that, if exposed, could ruin Tommy's expansion plans. The only problem? She's falling for someone working on Tommy's legal team. Love and war were never meant to mix, but in Texas they always do. A new face also stirs the pot. Nita Valdez, an ambitious journalist chasing the truth behind Norris Oil, but what starts as a story turns into a vendetta. When she uncovers a personal connection, her brother died in a workplace accident on one of Tommy's rigs. The deeper she digs, the more danger she attracts. Tommy doesn't like people snooping, and this time he's not bluffing. Meanwhile, the workers, the roughnecks, the drillers, the forgotten backbone of the industry begin to whisper. Cal, once one of them, is stirring something old and powerful. A quiet rebellion grows in the shadows. They're tired of being tools in Tommy's empire. But rebellion isn't safe when the money runs deep and the bosses hold the keys to your survival. And don't forget about family. Cal's own brother, Wayne, is secretly negotiating with Tommy. Greed runs in the bloodline, and Wayne wants out of the dirt and into the suits. He's selling information, making promises, and waiting for Cal to fall. The betrayal, when it comes, won't just hurt, it'll scar. Even the land itself becomes a character this season. Sinkholes, gas leaks, oil fires. It's as if the ground is rebelling too, tired of being drained and poisoned. One particular rig site collapses in Episode 4, killing 2 men and forcing an investigation that could shut down Norris Oil. But was it an accident? Or sabotage? And in the middle of all this chaos, there's a child. A young girl named Ellie, the daughter of a driller who died mysteriously last season. She keeps showing up near Cal's land, asking questions no child should ask. She's quiet, observant, and possibly holding the key to something bigger than anyone realizes. Every character in Landman Season 2 has a secret. Every smile hides a wound. and every move on the chessboard sends ripples across families, businesses, and communities. As the legend versus legend war steals the spotlight, these side stories twist and tighten, pulling everyone toward one truth. No one leaves this land clean. Asterisk, there's something different about Landman Season 2. The moment it hits the screen, the shots are tighter, the skies are darker. The heat feels real. You can almost smell the oil, feel the grit in your teeth, and hear the silence between gunless standoffs. This isn't just TV anymore, this is visual warfare crafted with precision. And it's clear the creators knew, if the stakes are higher, the screen has to carry the weight. Cinematographer Don Mindo, known for turning wide spaces into characters of their own, brings a raw and textured style this season. Gone are the glossy filters and polished scenes from Season 1. Now, it's handheld tension and natural light, capturing every wrinkle on Sam Elliott's face and every twitch in Bob Thornton's eyes. These aren't just actors, they're walking pressure points. And the camera doesn't let them hide. The Texas landscape takes center stage. Long, lonely roads framed by dying crops and rusted pump jacks, sunrise over broken fences, drones sweeping over oil fields like vultures. Even empty rooms feel heavy with history. Every frame is soaked in mood and the silence. It hits harder than gunshots. Director Taylor Sheridan strips away the noise, forcing you to sit in each moment, each stare, each unspoken threat. The score follows suit-haunting steel guitars, slow piano keys, and distant echoes of thunder. It doesn't push the emotion, it drags you into it. One key track in the trailer builds like a fuse burning towards something explosive. And just when you think it'll let you breathe, it cuts to black, but the show's real gamble? It doubles down on stillness. In a world of fast cuts and loud drama, Landman dares to slow down. Conversations stretch, eyes linger, footsteps echo. This pacing creates a strange tension, like you're waiting for something terrible that you can't quite see yet. And when it finally happens, it feels earned, heavy, real. Now let's talk expectations. Season 2 premieres in early 2025, and the trailer has already exploded across social media. Fans are buzzing about Sam Elliott's return to TV. This time, he's not just playing a cowboy, he's playing a warrior with nothing to lose. And paired against Billy Bob's cold-blooded tycoon, the chemistry is electric. The trailer shows no gunfire, no explosions, just two men walking toward each other across dry dirt, like a modern-day showdown, the silence between them. That's the warning shot. What fans can expect is more than action. Season 2 is about power, who has it, who wants it, and what happens when you try to take it. It's personal, political, generational. Families will be broken, blood will be spilled, figuratively and literally. And by the end, the land itself may be the only thing still standing, the final promise. This season won't end the way you think. One man may win the war, but both will lose something they never expected. As the screen fades to black in the teaser, 5 words echo. What's buried never stays buried. Landman Season 2 doesn't just raise the bar. It buries it in oil-soaked dirt and dares you to dig it up.